football from Sports Sound
on BBC Radio Scotland.
"20 seconds gone in the Tayside derby. Dundee United, unusual colours. Dundee in their all dark blue, and two teams feeling good about themselves at the moment on the back of those back-to-back wins for Dundee against Falkirk and Kilmarnock. Their first back-to-back in the league for the best part of 2 years, and Dundee United unbeaten in 5 into the top 6, and it is the team from across the road with the first free kick of the match, and it's a yard in from the touchline, left-hand side, and it's Jan Danda to swing it in, and it doesn't get beyond Lucas Stevenson. Callum Jones on the follow-up sees his shot blocked by Amar Fatah, mistake by Congreve, and now it's Dundee United on the charge down the left-hand side. Now Ferry with the cross ball, looked at it as if it was going to head behind for a moment. Callum Jones stopped it going for the corner, it's gone out for a throw instead. It's high-octane stuff already, as you expect in this fixture inside the opening minute. Ferry will take the throw in, he wears the captain's armband. Ross Graham is back on the bench, he's the club captain, not quite ready to return. Ferry's long throw into the mix, cleared, not convincingly so. Fatah to go at it, scramble inside the 6-yard box, and it's still not clear. Back out, the cross comes in, and the near post header flashes past the post. What a start.
Yeah, it certainly is. The long throw, I'll tell you what, it's some distance. It's right in the middle of the goals where it lands, and then it causes a wee bit of chaos in the middle of the box. I think the United players are claiming for a handball, and amongst it, and then obviously you look at the two Dundee defenders, they drop onto the line. They're unfortunate they can't actually get it to settle and just sit down so they can get a clear effort, but fast start anyway.
John McCracken with the goal kick for Dundee, thumps it down the pitch. Hay flicks it on. Mighty leap from the former Brentford man who scored his first goal for the Dark Blues on Tuesday night in the win against Kilmarnock, in which Charlie Riley was all over that game, but Stephen Pressley deciding to keep him on the bench to start with here. Pressley said he had cramp in all sorts of areas of his body in which you don't normally get cramp, but it was his first game for a long time. Dundee launch it down the pitch, and Yovu hooks it into the stand on the far side. Yovu back in that pretty well accustomed back three with Esselink and Karestes alongside him. They certainly don't lack height, do Dundee United. It's a throw-in on the left side for Dundee. Back it goes from Dre Wright to Billy Cometio. Alongside him is Luke Graham. Cometio angling a pass wide left for Tony Ugan. Powerful 20-year-old. Now it's Jones trying to get away from a pretty stiff challenge in the midfield from Yovu. And now United look to get forward. Sapsford coming in off the right side. 8 goals already for the 23-year-old Australian. On the ball now, Pancamara in the midfield. There is no time on the ball. That was never a likelihood in this famous fixture. Forward from United, down the right side, defending for Billy Cometio to do, and the pressure of Sapsford means all he could do was knock the ball out for a throw-in down near the corner flag.
It's not a bad ball that, Rob, early in the game. It's just a launch into a channel, but Sapsford's a willing runner, put him under all sorts of pressure. The last long throw they nearly scored from.
This time a long throw, it's going to be from the right side, and again it's Will Ferry to boom this in. Long throw en route. Dundee get it clear, back in on the half volley from Camera, and the header is touched over the top by McCracken.
I think it's Esselink, Rob. The ball comes out, it's the second place. Every Dundee player is in the 18-yard box defending a long throw. Ball comes in, and it's a great header, but as you say, a good touch from McCracken.
Corner kick left hand side. Camera takes it, gets it back, little burst of pace, from the corner of the box. He flights it in. It's cleared, but only as far as Stevenson. And now right side, in comes the cross ball, headed behind by Ryan Astley, and Dundee under all sorts of pressure here.
United have started the derby the way they want to start a derby, playing in their half. That's a few crosses into the box. As soon as the crosses come in, Dundee pouting them out, and it's either a throw-in or a corner. It becomes tough.
Will Ferry with the in-swinging corner from the right-hand side. Cleared, but just to the edge of the area. Sapsford touches it back. Camera steers it back into the mix. And the angle shot from Stevenson is fielded by McCracken. Dundee United mean business here. And it's a pretty impressive start from them. Long ball for Dundee, which picks out Ashley Hayes, taking that in really nicely, and he's lured Esselink into the foul.
Just a daft foul. I mean, he's going nowhere. Defender getting way too high, too tight, just because he's big and strong. Don't make a daft foul. It's a good area for Dundee now to deliver a decent ball into the box.
Yeah, they had a free kick on the left early on in the opening minute. Now they've got one on this right-hand side.
Has there been a decent bit of play yet, or is it just throw-ins, free kicks and corners we're playing for today?
It's certainly been high tempo, certainly from Dundee United, but not a lot of movement with the ball.
You're not looking for silky football, John, are you?
Not with how lively the pitch looks, Rob, no.
Stand by for the free kick, and it's Danda. Great delivery! What a chance, what a miss. That is from Billy Kumetio. Rose pretty much unchallenged, and he steered it wide.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is a bad miss. I'd love to see it again. I know you've got a screen in front of you, but I thought Billy Kumetio was in front of the near post. Therefore, a straight header's never going to do it. He had to glance it to the far side of the goal, but great delivery, and he had a lot of time for the header.
Kesseridis gets blocked. It's actually really worked free kicks. You see it again on the screen. This Jan Danda whips it in near post, but as he's trying to make the run, Kesseridis gets blocked and can't match it. Therefore, he has got a free header. You've got to hit the target.
What I think what's put him off is Ashley Hay, his teammate, jumping in front of him. They both went for it. Kumetio got the header, but I think he's just caught his teammate out of the corner of his eye, and that's maybe the difference, Ian, between scoring and missing.
Yeah, I mean, it was all down to delivery as well, because I don't think Kumetio had to put a lot on the ball, because an awful lot of pace in the ball from Danda.
Lovely ball down the side. It's not well defended, and it's Congreve with really good feet at the right corner of the penalty box. Gets it back again from Danda. Now got a spring in their step, Dundee, as Danda slips the ball down the right side of the penalty box. Just a little bit too much on it. It got away from Callum Jones, but the idea was really good.
I thought Callum Jones was still a chasing it though.
Yep.
I mean, I thought he might have got on it. I mean, it's unlikely he's going to go on it, but he just stopped before the ball was about 5 yards before it went out of the park.
Well, I think even Stevens in the opening exchanges probably, John. Dundee United had that great little spell, and now Dundee are looking menacing.
Yeah, definitely. Again, it's all comes down to putting balls in the box or putting them in. It's dangerous crosses and it's good movement in the box. I think Dundee probably the best chance out of the two, though.
Yeah, it was a massive opportunity for Kumetio. What would that have done to the game had Dundee struck the first blow? It's with Esselink, and the ball goes back to Dave Richards, under pressure from Hay, who was bearing down on him. In the midfield with Ethan Hamilton, the Dundee captain. Dre Wright, Mr. Utility on the left-hand side. The match is being played at a terrific tempo, and it's Tony Ugan who shifts and crosses to the back post, and Will Ferry heads it behind. He had to. It's another Dundee corner.
Yeah, nice shift from Ugan. I know he's quick, but it was a good little trick there. And actually, I've seen him 2 or 3 times. I don't think he's a great deliverer of a ball, but that was quite a good one. Hung up at the back post.
So the Dundee corner, right next to the Tannadice tunnel. 0-0 in the Dundee derby so far. For how much longer? Congreve swings it in near post. The ball straight back to him. Lovely feet again on his right foot in on the half volley, and desperate measures to get that away. Good skill from Congreve.
disgusting clearance, it has to be said. I think he clears it with his knee. It's as if he's going to swing for it and just clears it. But again, United are under pressure here and having to defend their box really well.
So the long throw this time for Dundee, and it's going to be Ryan Astley who disappears from our view momentarily as he takes the maximum possible run up. Dundee fans responding to what they're seeing from their team in the last few minutes. Still goalless at Tannadice. Here comes the long throw. Astley putting everything into it. Cometio trying to flick it on. United trying to break. Congreve gets back and nicks the ball off Fata. But a misplaced pass, and now Will Ferry is racing down the left side. The United captain. Dre Wrights tries to get close to him, and the ball is hustled out of play in the end.
He saw the pass there. You saw him. Ferry had just had to pass it as early as possible for Sapsford, just that left foot one curling into his path. He saw the pass and didn't play it.
I actually think Dundee recovered really well as well.
They did, they got back in well, but if he plays it early enough, Sapsford I think might be through.
Dundee United 0, Dundee 0 at Tannadice on BBC Radio Scotland. And it is breathless stuff so far. The ball is out midway inside Dundee territory. Astley to take the throw in. And both teams at the moment looking as if they're feeling good about themselves on the back of good results. Luke Graham fires the ball forward. Nice knockdown from Hay. Gets it back from Congreve, but it was hooked away by Carestes. Down the line it goes from Ferry, but the ball is going to bounce out of play for a throw-in for the visitors from Dens. Well, it's been engrossing stuff so far. Deadly rivals, these two. The ball aimed at Hay again, headed away by Christian Carestes. Astley again with the throw-in for the team in dark blue. To Hay, his header infield, hooked away by Camera. Sapsford tries to get it down. Stevenson was on the move, but he couldn't find him. Cometio for Dundee to Yugan, and he just bounces off Yovu, the big Moldovan, doing the defending, and gets a good ball away. And free kick on the halfway line against the challenge on Waters.
Yeah, Yovo gets down and able to use his power to rush his strike the forward up the play. He clips it into Waters, but it's actually a really good hold-up play for a striker. He's outnumbered in there. He's getting back tackled from the Dundee midfielders, and he's able to get a hold of it and get a free kick and just get United up the pitch. And we say that as United kick the ball out the park, but you're looking at it. I think it's Kesarides, but United, they're putting the ball, when they put the ball in behind Dundee into the wider area and they're putting it out for throw-ins, it's actually causing Dundee problems. When they try and pass it around, the pitch doesn't look as if it's going to be able to hold up with for you to pass it, so you have to be a wee bit more direct.
It's another great knockdown by Ashley Hay for Dundee. Congreve cuts inside, the ball breaks the way of Danda. Nice little shimmy, fired in low, and it's well gathered by the goalkeeper Dave Richards, and he spilled that. Yagan was waiting for a tap-in.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen Danda showing the form of a couple of years ago. I know he's had a run of games now, he's got a bit of confidence about him, but to be honest, I think Dundee look the more likelier team. I think they look the more cohesive team, and their front three are causing all sorts of problems.
Waters causing problems for Cometio. Dundee managed to get the ball away.
I tell you what, Rob, for the size of the Dundee United back three, Ashley Hay hasn't lost a header yet.
I know. He seems to time it really well, doesn't he?
Really well.
On the ball, pan camera to Esselink, and now Carestes. Dundee press. Down the line it goes. Luke Graham gets his head to it. Then he was caught by Max Waters, the Dundee defender, staying down. And Don Robertson staying calm.
Yeah, because I'm not sure he was caught, to be honest. That's a foul, but I don't think he was caught.
If he's caught, he's got up very, very quickly. I very much doubt he has been caught, but you see it here, he just comes maybe catching a shoulder.
Tiny wee bit in the shoulder.
Carestes looks up to play it in behind the Dundee defence, and as he comes across, Luke Graham, he's coming, but Waters is coming across and just times it perfectly, just leaves the shoulder on him, so he's left one on him, as you'd expect a striker to do early on in the game. Make sure the defenders know they're in a fight.
So free kick for Dundee, 10 yards inside their own half. Dre Wright lofts it up to the edge of the area. Kumetio helps it on. He's a real aerial presence, Billy Kumetio, when he goes forward, and he had that massive chance early on to head Dundee in front on the end of a really quality delivery from Jan Danda. Goalless it remains at Tannadice as Camera gets the ball down. Sibbald gets involved. Sapsford, Waters, Fata 25 yards out, trying to curl one in, entitled to be thinking about the back of the net because he scored 2 in his last 2.
Yeah, I mean, his goal the other night was, it's not similar to that, but it was a curl from this side into with his right foot. It was a great first touch from Fata. He looks a threat, but just couldn't get his foot round the ball. Hence it was off target and over the bar as well.
It's probably the first time they've been able to actually get the ball into his feet, Rob.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, there wasn't so much combination play, but they were able to string 2 or 3 passes together about 30 yards from goal, and he's able to get it in, shift it, and get turned and face the goal. So it's not a bad effort, and it's let them know the intent's here.
He's one of a number of really good signings made by Dundee United. Sapsford is one of them, and he's making a strong move down the right-hand side. And against him was Dre Wright. Very good defending from Wright, and when he plays the ball forward, Ashley Hay got clattered.
That wasn't very good defending. I mean, I don't know what Esseling's I don't know what he thinks he's trying to do. It's right into his chest, and he's just absolutely bluted them from the back.
He's probably winning too many headers, Ian.
Yeah, that's probably it.
But he has actually won every single header when it's come up. But to me, just now, the Dundee United players look as if they want to battle, they want to fight, they want to go and win that battle and that fight. That's 2 challenges we've looked at and you've thought, wow, they're actually going and being physical here with them. But at the same time, they need to make sure that they can still play when they have done that with Fata there.
But there's physical and there's daftness, so that's just daft.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's a derby or anything, that was just daft.
I 100% agree with you. But the other part being, though, if your defender's going to make a daft foul like that, you would rather it was in that half than round about his box, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
It's interesting to see how some of these players are developing under Stephen Presley. Ashley Hay was one who couldn't really get in the team early on, and when he didn't make much of an impression. But he's got his first goal. He's looked really prominent here, and Stephen Presley is beginning to mould a team here, having been under a lot of pressure early on.
Yeah, he has. You can see, when you're saying mould a team, I think that comes with wins. He's obviously won the last 2. You can see the players have got a bit of confidence. Hay through the middle's causing problems. I like Congreve in this side as well. He looks a talented player, looks as if he excites people, wants to be positive with the ball. We all know what Danda can do, and Ian's right. He looks as if he's rediscovered the form that he had at County a couple of years ago. 1-0
Hearts. Craig Halkett has scored again. He's a goal-scoring centre-back, is Halkett. Hearts ahead against Livingston, and Hibs are ahead against Kilmarnock. Goalless here in the Dundee derby. 3-1 Rangers in the Old Firm match at Celtic Park, and all sorts of questions now being asked about the Celtic head coach Wilfred Nancy. Will he possibly be able to survive this? We shall find out. On the ball here, Luke Graham, and he hits a long ball in behind Yovu, but it curls away from Tony Ugan, and one bouncing into the gloves of Dave Richards, the Dundee United keeper.
I mean, it's a big game for Dundee United, but for Dundee, with the 2 teams down at the bottom, Kelly and Livingston against the Edinburgh teams, 3 points for Dundee today would be just absolutely massive.
On the ball, Ethan Hamilton gives it to Danda. Appearing alongside is Astley, now Congreve. Back it goes to Luke Graham. They're growing in confidence in the game. Dundee having suffered early with that Dundee United flurry, but now beginning to believe. Graham wins another free kick, although he's maybe a bit fortunate there because he looked to have overrun the ball, but he is tripped in the end, I think.
Yeah, he ran into the midfield, and when you look at, there's bodies surrounding him. Cameras went to press him, then Fata comes over to press him too. But Luke Graham's driving as a right centre back, left-footed. They always look uncomfortable when they're doing that, but the other part being, when he has been able to get the ball out his feet, he's already produced 2 diagonals right on the winger's feet, and it's causing problems for United.
It was he who made the mistake, of course, against Kilmarnock, which gifted a goal to Greg Kiltie on Tuesday. Congreve for Dundee. Very quickly up to Ashley Hay, holds it just inside the box, out to Ethan Hamilton. His shot is blocked by Sibbald. Now it's Sapsford flicking it towards Max Waters as the game swings from one end to the other. Waters holds off Dre Wright and rolls the ball into the midfield for Camera. Across it goes for Canestes, on halfway for Dundee United, forward towards Sapsford. Crunching challenge and a good one as well by Ryan Astley. And the ball goes out on halfway for a throw. Will Ferry will take this, the Dundee United left wing back. Hugely competitive, as you expect this game to be, and it hasn't disappointed on that score. Graham clearing for Dundee, straight at Camera. Ferry for United to Canestes, back with Esselink as Ashley Hay applies the pressure, and Esselink gave it away to Ugan, and Ugan is cleared out by Yovu, who will be the first yellow card of the match.
Yeah, really slack from Dundee United again at the back. I think it was Esselink again. I mean, he's trying to go long, and he's just miskicked the ball, and I think it was a decent foul in the end up because Ugan was past him.
Ugan's foul. Ugan has passed him, but Yovu needs to realise that he can't bounce out at that particular time.
Yeah.
And when he does bounce out, there's holes behind him, so he either has to take the player out and take the booking, or win the ball completely, and he was nowhere near winning it.
The whole thing's sorted if it just go directly back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Partick 0, Morton 1 in the Championship. First goal for Ian Murray as the new Morton manager, Garrity with a goal. 1-0 at Firhill, and it comes here from Dre Wright. The knockdown, and Billy Cometio, well, he's missed with a header, and now he's missed from that knockdown. It was at an angle, it was just a few yards out, and he's put the ball in the side net.
Was he too composed? I thought he was just going to rattle it there, and he's let it come down, and he's trying to stick it in that near post. It was really composed, but he didn't get the thing in target. Great chance.
For two centre-backs to combine in the 18-yard box is very unusual, but it's the extra stride he takes that makes him look so confident he's going to put it in the net.
Yeah.
So listen, it's disappointing for Dundee not to go ahead, but that's two really good chances they've had, and United must feel fortunate just now.
What a brilliant knockdown that was from Luke Graham. He's just cushioned the header perfectly for Cometio. But here come Dundee again with Ashley Hay out to Tony Ugan at the corner of the penalty box. Looking really good here, Stephen Presley's team. Can Ugan get the ball in the box? Onto his right foot, then his left, and his right again. In it comes now, big chance! And Ryan Astley blasts the ball over the top of the bar, and he's got his head in his hands because Dundee have now missed a hat-trick of glorious chances.
Well, first and foremost, if I'm a striker in there, I'm complaining at Yogan, because if he chopped once, chopped twice, he must have chopped 10 times over that far side, so you don't know when it's coming in. But when he does, Astley's coming steaming in at the back post, and he opens his foot up. It's not laces, it's his sidestep, but how he doesn't hit the target from there, I don't know.
I mean, he's got to score. I mean, I know John's saying that. I loved watching Ugan doing that. I know he means it as a striker, put the ball in the balls, but I thought it was terrific. And that's twice now Ugan has I like to see him hold his width a bit more, but he's delivered really good crosses into the box, particularly around the back area.
Well, Dundee are scratching their heads here as to why they're not in front. The fans are loving the football they're seeing from their team, but really Stephen Presley's team should be ahead.
Well, Rob, I'll tell you what, the back three do not know how to handle Ashley Hay, and they don't know who needs to pick him up. I mean, there's three, they're playing three at the back. These two players are playing off, they're not playing right up. Congreve and Ugan. So the back three are picking up one in the angle. You pick him up, and he's causing them all sorts of problems.
The problem for me comes when it's S-Link that goes with Hay. That's what it looks like to me. When S-Link jumps with Hay, their space becomes behind, and it's allowing the 210s that he's talking about behind them to actually go into the space. It's causing all sorts of problems.
Nearly 25 minutes gone. Dundee United 0, Dundee 0, but it's the team from the other side of the street who really should be in front here, and how much will they regret those missed chances later on? We shall see. Dundee United fire the ball forward. Camera steers the ball out wide. Stevenson down the line for Sapsford, and it will be a free kick against Zach Sapsford for bundling into the back of Ethan Hamilton.
Listen, Sapsford for me has been one of United's best signings this season. He's been really exciting, he makes good runs. 2 or 3 times he's been out-muscled on that far side. Gray Wright done it to him earlier in the game, and then now with the centre back, I think it might even be Ethan Hamilton that comes across and brushes on the side. He can't get frustrated in these games. You need to make sure you keep a cool head and you're able to go and produce what you need to.
The last time Dundee were at Tannadice, they won. It was back in March, 4-2. Can they get the points again here today?
That was a terrific game, Rob. I was at that game for the BBC.
Here's Amor Fatah, and a great bit of defending from Luke Graham. And he stays calm and he plays the ball out to Jan Danda. Down the line from him, Ashley Hay tries to get on the end of it. He's got the better of Canestes, and he can keep this in close to the corner flag. Across comes Esselink to tidy things up, but Dundee United are under a whole lot of pressure here.
He's unlucky. He's really unlucky there. Ashley Hay comes across, looks as if the United defender's going to clear it, just uses his body weight, just leans in. Then he gets S-Link down at the side. He's unfortunate it comes back off him and gives away a throw-in, but for me, he's causing mayhem up there, just himself, making sure he's putting himself about.
St Johnstone won Arbroath 0 in the Championship. Adama Sidibe has the opening goal of that game. We'll keep you across everything, but it's difficult finding the time because you don't want to take your eyes off this for a split second. And Dundee have just won themselves a free kick. It's Tony Ugan. It's 25 yards out and it's right in front of goal.
I think he does catch him there as well. I'm not sure it's dangerous play because I think Ugan's head was quite low, but it's a definite foul. Absolutely. I think he took a sore one. He's up now though.
It's a high foot to Kamara. He just dangles it, but he flicks over his head. Ugan flicks over his head right at the edge of the box. So I don't mean he panics, but he tries to make sure he doesn't get humiliated with doing that at the edge of the box, and then when he does, he gives away a foul. So you're right in the middle of the goal. You've got Jan Danda and you get Congreve over it. That's decent ability over a free kick.
Yeah.
If Congreve's got a proper left foot, he'll not let Danda anywhere near it.
We did see real quality on the right foot of Danda from the free kick earlier on, which picked out Kumetio for a header he should have buried in the back of the net. Dundee will be feeling they deserve to be in front. Can they get their rewards here?
Callum Jones is over this as well. It looks as if he's want a touch just so he can run up and strike it.
Yeah. 3 contenders here at the free kick. Danda, Congreve, Jones. It's touched for Jan Danda. It's into the wall. Congreve on the follow-up, and he slices his left footer wide of target. Another opportunity gone for Dundee.
Yeah, I think that's got to be hit direct. I mean, it's okay moving the ball. It gives the charger a wee bit shorter time to actually charge the ball, but it looked like a left footer to me from there.
Still goalless at Tannadice somehow. That early scramble in the 6-yard box is just about all Dundee United have summoned so far as an attacking force. The curled effort from Fatah went wide, but latterly it's been all about Dundee carving out opportunities and so far not taking them.
Jim Goodwin will be happier with 0-0 now than what Stephen Presley will be. Yeah. They've conceded 2 or 3 really good chances for Dundee, and they've still managed to keep a clean sheet just now. So again, it gives Jim a chance for something to build on, but they need to start playing forward earlier and putting the ball into the box.
Lucas Stevenson down the right side for the home team. Back with him goes Ugan. United looking for a free kick, but it's going to be a Dundee throw as it fizzles out on the attack for Dundee United. Good work from Ugan, and it was a dive in the end, as we see from the TV pictures from Stevenson. There was no contact.
No, there was.
Not even close, is it? It's not even close, but that sums up the frustration for me for United in the opening spell here. We're 30 minutes in, they haven't tested the goalkeeper, there's not been a shot on goal, and they're looking to get something out of it.
Kumetio under pressure does really well. Max Waters was all over him, but he's big enough himself, Kumetio, and he stood firm and headed the ball back to John McCracken.
I think if the shape of the game stays like this, Rob, I think Jim Goodwin's got a Doesn't make it half time, or whether he goes to a back four, because right now the back three's not handling the front three, and hence Dundee United's wing backs are just starting way too deep.
Yeah, they're looking like a bag of nerves defensively, Dundee United, but that's been all about the pressure Dundee have put on them.
Yeah, it's similar to what they were against Celtic here a couple of weeks ago. They played Celtic midweek, and they went man for man against Celtic. It wasn't working, and you're thinking Jim's going to make an attacking sub, or he's going to change the system in some way to try and get a foothold in the game. And what he done that night was he brought Seveledge on, the right centre back, but he didn't actually become a centre back. He became a half and half, and by allowing that, then it allowed the pressure to on higher up the pitch. But again, it's the three defenders that's letting them down just now.
Dundee United wondering if a long throw might be what brings them a bit of joy. They've had a couple already, one on either side. Here comes Will Ferry again to fling this one in from the right hand side this time. Can Dundee United, having soaked up all sorts of pressure, get themselves in front? It's a long range effort from Camera, 30 yards out, but never really a threat, that to McCracken.
No, it's one of those that gets a new from the crowd, but as soon as he hit it, you knew it was over the bar. I mean, he strikes it well, and it's not a chance at goal. It's just a shot from about 25 yards, a volley, in fact.
Is that United's first effort
since the wee bit in the long throw?
Since Fatah's curling effort, I think, probably. They haven't really had much joy going forward here, and most of their energies have been poured into trying to defend, trying to be solid, trying to keep Dundee out. And the question is, how much will Dundee rue those missed opportunities? But meantime, the quality of their performance, pretty impressive. Here's Jones in the midfield. Back goes Sapsford to win it for Dundee United. Now Stevenson puts his foot on the ball and rolls it inside for the returning Camera. 4 changes for Dundee United from the team which won at Livingston. Esselink plays it forward, but it's another unforced error from the Dutch centre-back. It flies straight out of play, handing possession back to Dundee.
Dundee's actually playing it really well. They're allowing United a couple of passes, getting back into their shape. It's like a 4-flat-3, flat-3. And when it's going to Esselink in the middle, they're beginning to put pressure on. Everything else squeezes, and they're forcing him to play longer. And when he does that, he's not as accurate with his passing his left foot as he is with his right.
The big left winger, Tony Ugan, finds a half yard. In comes the cross ball. It's going to drop on the other side for Astley. Back goes Fatah. Really good play from Amar Fatah, getting the ball away from Astley and looking to start something off here for Dundee United. But Camera plays the pass out wide. It was behind Stevenson. It takes all the momentum out of it for United, and it hands possession back to Dundee. Graham to Astley, down the line for Congreve. Gets himself away from Kareshtas, who recovers, forces the ball out of play. It's going to be a Dundee United throw. Dundee United 0, Dundee 0 at Tannadice. Enjoyable game so far, John, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say there's lots of football being played. It's been a physical game, it's been competitive, there's been balls in the box, but what there has been is there's been chances in the game.
Mistake by Kumetio. Sapsford with a shot. In goes Waters on the follow-up. Well, that is some recovery. It looked as if Waters was going to put the ball in the back of the net. It's Luke Graham who's got himself in there on the end of the rebound to stop Waters scoring.
It's just incredible defending to get in front of him there. It looked like he was going to go onto the second ball, just tap it in the net. Brilliant defending from Graham.
Motherwell ahead against St Mirren. Maswanise back from the African Cup of Nations and picking up where he left off.
We're speaking about that before the game, what a difference he makes to the Motherwell side. And they're flying as well.
Luke Graham plays the ball back to McCracken. He's 21, Luke Graham, and he's well thought of, Ian.
He's got a chance, yeah. I mean, I've seen him quite a few times actually for Dundee, but I saw him playing with Falkirk as well, and he sometimes maybe takes a touch too many at times, but he's not naturally right side, he's naturally left sided. He's 6'3", whatever he is. He can pass the ball, he's quite aggressive.
Not some ball from him over the top as well. In behind for Tony Ugan to keep it alive. In goes Ashley Hay, and that's a great bit of defending from Esselink this time to dive in and block that shot.
Yeah, it's offside. Yeah. He's brought it back for offside. But as Ian speaking there about Luke Graham Look, Graham, you're 21-year-old, he's been on loan at Montrose, he's been on loan at Falkirk, he's now flying straight in the Premier League for Dundee. Dundee have put him out on loan and done it really well, but I think he's able to block the shot or the follow up defensively better because he is left-sided. He can get his left foot across, and I don't think an actually right-footed centre-back can do that. But what he is doing for Dundee, and it's causing problems, is he's coming inside. When he's getting the ball off right back, he comes inside and he's playing a long diag with his left foot, and it's going right on top of the three centre-backs for United, and they've not been able to handle it.
It's going to be more effective when they're shooting the other way.
Just seen another angle of that. What was a goal-saving challenge from Luke Graham. It was brilliantly done. Waters was expecting to tap that in, and it would have been Dundee United 1, Dundee 0. It stays goalless. Stevenson for the home team fires it in. On the turn, the shot is going to be pretty comfortably saved. It was Waters took a touch, hooked the shot on goal, but comfortably down to his left was McCracken to make the save.
That's United did 3 shots in the last 5 minutes. All of them have been outside the box, but at least now they're testing the goalkeeper.
You do feel the complexion of the game is just changing in the last few minutes. It's been all Dundee for a long spell, but now Dundee United, having survived, and they have survived 3 glorious Dundee chances, they're now beginning to play, they're now beginning to create some opportunities, and the free kick is 15 yards inside the Dundee half. All the big defenders have gone forward for this one. It's played in low. It's a miscue surely from Camara, and it's Dundee now on the break down the right hand side with Congreve, and covering across was Sibbald to turn the ball out of play.
Jim was so frustrated.
I think it was Fata that took the free kick, but he just didn't strike it. I mean, he just mishit the ball and it just went straight to Dundee player. Really, really poor.
37 minutes gone, Dundee United 0, Dundee 0. Ethan Hamilton on the ball and under pressure in the midfield. Dre Wright plays a lovely ball into the middle for Jan Danda, who controls it nicely and rolls the ball back to Astley. Playing a lot of good quality football, Dundee, for a team who were struggling early in the season. And still work to be done, obviously, but there's real progress in the way they're performing.
It's amazing what a couple of wins does, Rob. You look at the win last weekend, they go and win, and then they get Tuesday night when they're playing Kilmarnock. They're obviously nip and tuck, sitting for the 10th position right now. They go and come back for 1-0 down at half time, come back and win 2-1. That breeds a lot of confidence, and then all of a sudden you can see now there's a lot of energy about them. They've got a good balance about their side. They look solid defensively, but not only that, they've got a threat at the top end of the pitch, and they have energy.
We're about 7 minutes away from half time, and it's been a good watch so far. All that's missing is the ball ending up in the back of the net. Plenty of opportunities, none taken so far. Long ball downfield from Richards for Dundee United. Sibbald wanted too long to make up his mind in the midfield. He was robbed of possession, and now here come Dundee. Congreve was fouled, advantage played. Danda to Hamilton, and now Astley. Looking a really confident team at the moment, Dundee, as the ball is squared from Kumetio to Graham. And that's Luke Graham, of course. The other Graham, Ross Graham, the Dundee United club captain, he's on the bench, returning from another injury for United. Hamilton heads the ball down. Astley with a nice touch. Danda fires it forward. Congreve tries to get there. He was held off by Carestes. The Dundee fans screaming for a free kick. Well,
I don't think that's a free kick.
I agree with you. I don't think it is either. It's physical out there. It's fast. It's exciting. What we've seen so far is a derby and how it should be played. That for me is a soft free kick.
Yeah. And Ethan Hamilton was off and running with the ball as well, heading towards the Dundee United penalty box had it not been given. We're almost edging towards the last 5 minutes of the first half. Yeah, it's a serious derby, this one. And it's furiously competitive, and it's 0-0 heading towards half-time. Can one of these teams poke their nose in front before the interval? We shall see. Esselink in possession. Play has slowed down for the first time since kickoff, because it's been pretty fast and frantic. Camera fighting to keep possession. He does so under pressure from Hamilton, and he steers the ball out wide right. Waters touches it back again. Camera. Carestes pushing forward on the left side. Fata jinking in field. It's what he likes to do, but Ethan Hamilton intercepted the pass. Carestes on the touchline tries to keep the ball alive. It's gone out for a throw-in. It's going to be a Dundee throw.
I like Hamilton in the middle of the pitch for Dundee. Puts himself about, he's physical. Not only that, he can actually pass the ball as well. So he's been the standout for me so far in the first half.
The ball is back with John McCracken. We're inside the last 5 of the 45 as Hay wins yet another header, and Yovu then steers the second ball back to his goalkeeper. I think he's won everything in the air so far, Ashley Hay, Ian, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean his timing's terrific. I mean he gets across, he doesn't stand right in front, he gets across Esselink. No matter what one of the centre backs is up against him, he's winning the ball in the air. I just think the two wider players, Congreve and Yogan, could try and read it a little bit and maybe narrow in at the side where when he's going up for a header.
Yeah, because you can confidently anticipate he's going to be flicking it on.
Yeah, and that's the key, absolutely.
The ball back with McCracken, 0-0 at Tannadice. BBC Radio Scotland. It's fired forward. It's Hayes' latest knockdown to find Congreve, and for once it doesn't stick for Cam Congreve, but when the ball is fired forward by United, it just bounces off Fata and out of play for a Dundee throw.
Yeah, it's causing problems. What's happening is Dundee are building from the back, so it goes centre back to goalkeeper, back to centre back, but when the left back drops in, which is Dre Wright, they're through you.
Here's Callum Jones on the left hand side, through for Ashley Hay. Can he work it on? He turns and tries the right footer, and it flashes over the top. And had he found Cam Congreve, he was unmarked on the right side of the penalty box.
I actually think the first pass was for Congreve, and I think Ashley Hayes taken it. He could have let it through him, and it's going to roll onto Congreve's left foot. Good play again though by Dundee.
It's coming from the Dundee goalkeeper though. Everything is coming back from this, and it becomes a longer ball. It's causing United problems. Our back three. When you look at it, they're going to press. United's two outside. United are 3-4-3. Their two wingers are coming inside to press the centre back, and Waters drops into the midfielder. But because Waters drops into the midfielder, Ray Wright gets space on the far side, which then drags out Stevenson the full distance. Because Stevenson's have to come out, the right centre back for Dundee United is then getting overloaded with Hay getting into that side, so he's got Hay and Jugan, and if the two of them don't get it right, they're getting down that side. They end up a 3v2 just simply because the press was wrong at the wrong time.
Just looking at another angle of that Ashley Hay shot, Ian, that was very close. He struck it really well.
Yeah, I mean he's led the line terrifically well. He's held it when he can. He looks like he could as he progresses his career. I mean, I think awareness is a thing that he'll need to learn. But he's been really good, really good. Yeah,
I mean he should have moved it on, shouldn't he? Or the ball should have been played across to Congreve anyway. It was unmarked.
By that I mean as well, Rob, a couple of times when he's went one headers, he could actually taken a step and taken in his chest and linked a little bit easier. But listen, he's been really good, and Dundee United, the back three, they haven't handled him.
No. Luke Graham back to John McCracken. Well, Dundee have got to be feeling really good about themselves, but of course the big tinge of disappointment is the fact they haven't put the ball in the back of the net so far, and there's been every opportunity for them to do so. Danda puts one in behind. Congreve is after it, but he has to get rid of Carestes to get to the ball, and he's a man mountain, and that wasn't happening, and it's gone behind for a goal kick.
Good strength in Carestes there. Ball in behind, just in an area where he would want your striker to go and chase it, your wide player to go and chase it, and he's just able to use his body weight and see it out. United they've weathered the storm here and have come back into it, but now it's pretty even. You've got to say the first half 0-0, well not 0-0, maybe 1-1, but a draw is definitely an even result just now, a fair result.
Ian, not good news for you from Firhill. Morton are 2 up. Eamon Brophy has scored.
Well, that's the first goal we Brophy scored in about 3 years. No, I've got to say, I think Dundee walking off the pitch after he stays up, they'll be very, very disappointed. I'm not saying they've dominated the whole game, but they've had 3 top chances.
Esselink fires the ball forward for United. calm header away by Kumetio, finding Danda, who's equally calm in the midfield. Now with Astley, played forward, skims off the head of Kamara. Ashley Hay is after that, and Ashley Hay has got away from Esseleg, and he scored brilliantly. What a finish from Ashley Hay, and Dundee have got what they deserved in the first half here at Tannadice. Their fans go absolutely wild. It's Dundee United 0, Dundee 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ashley Hay's got what he deserved as well. I mean, Esselink was towing a caravan there, though. I mean, he gave him 2 or 3 yards. I think it was Esselink, and then he just ran by him, got the touch on it, and it's a really, really good controlled finish. It's no really great play, it's just a ball, and he's out-muscled him, outran him, and then finished it really, really well. I think Dundee, I think we all agree, I think Dundee deserved it.
I think that on the chances that has been had, Dundee deserve to be in front, without a doubt. On general play and overall play, I don't think there's been a lot between the both teams, but it's just a long ball. Kamara and Esselink, I don't mean to get muddled up, but your centre half, if he's had a good afternoon, he's telling Kamara to get out the road and goes and headers it back that way, because he's had a little bit of trouble this afternoon with Hay. He's not as confident as what he would be, so he allows Kamara to get back on his toes, and then, as Ian says, it's just a swivel. The two of them are in a foot race. I don't think Esselink needs to dive in, but it's a great time for Dundee to score, and it's a horrendous time for Dundee United to concede.
That goal was right on half-time. We'd just been talking about Dundee and saying such is the quality of their performance, they will be really disappointed if they're not ahead at the interval. And with immaculate timing, Ashley Hay has scored his second goal for the club. The first one was on Tuesday night. He liked the feeling so much, he's gone and done it again, and he's skipped away from Esselink, and he's scored with real quality. It's Dundee United 0, Dundee 1.
On your radio,
Online at BBC Sports Scotland
your smart speaker.
and BBC Sounds.
This is Sports Sound.
From BBC Radio Scotland.
You're listening to Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland. A full card in the top flight today. We kicked off at 11:30. It was a 12:30 start in the East End of Glasgow. Celtic 1, Rangers 3. Yang with the opener for the home side on 90 minutes. They had so many chances in that first half, but they couldn't take them, and they were made to pay big time in the second. A double from Yusuf Chermiti and a goal on 71 minutes from Mikey Moore. So Celtic 1, Rangers 3. I remind you, we're on air until 7 o'clock this evening. Plenty more reaction to come from the managers, the pundits, and of course the fans. So let's then get to that game at Tannadice. We just heard the closing seconds there from Rob McLean. He's alongside John Rankin and Ian McCall. You just hit half-time, Rob.
Yeah, it's half-time, Kenny, and we've just been saying right through this first 45, this is a serious derby. This has been hugely competitive. It's been really enjoyable as well. Dundee United started with a flurry. There was a scramble in the 6-yard box for Dundee to get it away. And from that point onwards, really, Dundee took charge. They played a lot of good football. I saw them a few times early season. They're not in any way reminiscent of the team I watched. They're coming together. Stephen Presley has added 1 or 2 players, and some of them have progressed and just become comfortable with playing in this Dundee team. They've got a lot of quality about them. They had glorious chances. We reckoned it was going to be goalless at half-time because they'd spurned so many good opportunities. But almost with the last kick of the first half, and it was not much more than a long ball down the middle. Ashley Hay, who's been outstanding for them, the former Brentford striker, he's only 22. He got a touch, he skipped away from Bert Esselink, who's struggled in the first half. I wonder if we'll see him in the second half. And as Dave Richards came off his line, he just clipped it wide of the goalkeeper, and it went inside the post for the only goal of the game so far. Dundee United have been thrown undoubtedly by the quality that Dundee have thrown at them, and the pressure that they've constantly been put under. The back three, they've got away with 1 or 2, but finally on half-time, Ian McCall, Dundee got what they deserved.
Yeah, they certainly did. I mean, they had 3 fabulous chances throughout the first half. And I think Dundee United, I'm not sure, but I can see Jim Goodwin going to a back four at half-time, because they're just not handling, the back three are not handling Yogan, Hay and Congreve, and they don't know what to do with Hay as well, and he got his just desserts. I mean, it's not a pure goal, it's not a beautiful build-up. He's basically outran Essling and out-muscled him, and then just stuck it in the corner. I think 1-0 is a very, very fair reflection of the first half of football.
Yeah, I mean, John Rankin, Dundee United certainly can't complain, can they, about the half-time scoreline?
No, they can't complain. When you look at the chances that they've conceded and given away, then being behind at half-time is probably right. They're looking at it, as I said, on the build-up just to half-time, I thought both teams, it's been an evenly matched game. Dundee's had the better chances, but 0-0 get in, you're happy with it. You're more happy if you're United, but the United have been fortunate because both chances have fell to Kiyomoto, the centre-back. In the first one, it's a header and you expect him to hit the target. The second one, when he composes himself, you're definitely expecting him to score. So they're fortunate to be 0-0. But as Ian says, I look at how United are going to try and press Dundee's back four, and they're trying to press Graham from the outside and allowing him onto his left foot. But when he's coming onto his left foot, he's able to play the diagonals, and it's not unopposed, but he's not under so much pressure. Max Waters has dropped him in and Ethan Hamilton to stop him playing because they're overloaded in the midfield, which then allows Stevenson to come high as the wing back to press Dre right, and it's causing a problem on that right hand side for Dundee United, which we've seen Maeda do here with Celtic in the first half as well. So Jim's got a decision to make at half time how to protect that area. The last time he put Seveledge on in that area and he went half and half, and United were completely dominant in the second half. He's going to need to do something again to get something right in the back line, because right now, as Ian's saying, he's causing mayhem and the three of them can't cope with it.
Kenny, Dundee have just recorded their first back-to-back league wins in 20 months. Are they about to go for 3 in a row? They're one up at half-time at Tannadice.
Yeah, you'd have to say Stephen Presley doing a grand job in the past couple of weeks, certainly there for these Dundee fans. Huge celebrations in the stands there at Tannadice. Let's then get to the game at Rugby Park. Kilmarnock at home to Hibs. Got the half-time report from Andy Burke.
Yeah, half-time here, Kenny. Kilmarnock 0, Hibernian 1. A few boos from the home fans to greet that half-time whistle. They are clearly not impressed with what Kelly offered up in that first half. Hibs have been in firm control, and they took the lead after just 5 minutes when a short corner routine created space for Daniel Barlasser to swing across to the back post, and Ellie Yuan was left all alone to head home from close range. Ewan and Junior Hoylett have linked up really nicely. Some lovely interchanges between them, and Hibs generally are playing some really good stuff. If David Gray has one complaint at the break, it may be the final pass, that final action in the final third, because for all they've dominated the ball, they've not created too many clear-cut chances, a few half chances, but not too many clear-cut chances. Kelly haven't shown a great deal of quality at all. They look a team bereft of confidence on this run of 13 winless Premiership games, and if they don't find something in this second half, they're heading towards number 14. Half-time, Kilmarnock 0, Hibernian 1.
Thank you to Andy Burke. Next stop, Fir Park. Motherwell at home to St Mirren. The half-time report comes from Amy Canavan.
Yeah, half-time at Firth Park. Motherwell 1, St Mirren 0. A bit of a battle here, a little bit ugly at times, but the difference has been a moment of beauty from Tawanda Maswanisi. Back from the Africa Cup of Nations, the Zimbabwe international latched onto a lovely defence-splitting ball from Elijah just before he coolly slotted beyond Shamal George after 35 minutes. Though the Steelmen have not had the same swagger they did against Celtic, they've had the upper hand against the Buddies. Callum Slattery twice forcing decent saves out of George, while some of Motherwell's play has just been simply sublime. There's no love lost between these sides, certainly not. A fair few heated moments on a freezing afternoon. Stephen Robinson's side have gone closest through Dan Ludulu. He forced a decent parry out of Callum Ward, but there can be no complaints at being behind. The manager asked for a clinical edge pre-match, and the Buddies have yet to show. At half-time here at Firth Park, Motherwell 1, St Mirren 0.
Thank you to Amy Canavan. Next stop, the Falkirk Stadium. Falkirk are home to Aberdeen. Let's hear from Gully Singh.
Yeah, Kenny, Falkirk 0, Aberdeen 0. Not a classic by any means. Feels like the one goal will be enough for whoever can deliver in front of goal. There was an early header from Liam Henderson. Decent chance for the home side, but held comfortably by Dimitar Mitov. Only 6 minutes in, a scramble in the box, all starting with a Calvin Miller effort. Carrier Wilson and Dylan Tate had back-to-back rebounds blocked. The Aberdeen defence throwing bodies to deal with the wave of attacks. Falkirk looked certain to score within those first 10 minutes. Kenan Bilalovic sent a square ball across the face of the goal. No one there to nick it home for the Dons. But it was all Falkirk. Calvin Miller had a free kick, left-footed drive just on the 10-minute mark. He put it around the post by Meathoff. The quality did drop off a little bit, but Aberdeen crept back into the game around the half-hour mark. A few efforts, but nothing to test Scott Bain. Falkirk's final ball was the issue, but they're controlling the midfield, always quick to the second ball and forcing the Aberdeen midfield into mistakes. And the Aberdeen back four are really struggling to cope at times. Calvin Miller pulling the strings as per his cross near the end of the first half, almost finding the foot of Barney Stewart for the opener. Kevin Nisbet bearing down on goal, but blasted over for the Dons. It's Falkirk 0, Aberdeen 0.
Thank you to Gully. So in the top flight today, full-time score, Celtic 1, Rangers 3. Half-times, Dundee United 0, Dundee 1, Falkirk 0, Aberdeen 0, Hearts 1, Livingston 0, Kilmarnock 0, Hibs 1, and Motherwell 1, St Mirren 0. We are covering 2 games in the Championship today. Let's get to the leaders at McDermott Park. St Johnstone at home to Arbroath and get the half-time report from Stuart Mitchell.
St Johnstone are doing their part as they hope to stretch away at the top of the Championship table in Perth. It was an even first half of the first 45 between St Johnstone and Arbroath, but on the 25th minute mark, Arbroath pushing everyone forward after a set piece. St Johnstone cleared the ball. Arbroath defender Victor Enem tried the pass back to his goalkeeper. Unfortunately for Arbroath and the Red Lichties, Adama Sidibe was alert. He intercepted and had a long way to go to run through on goal. He remained composed and slid the ball underneath the Smokies goalkeeper for his 6th of the season, and since that goal it has been all St Johnstone. Adama Sidibe arguably could have had a hat-trick. Simo Valakari alert to the fact that Arbroath couldn't defend the long balls over the top, but the first from Adama Sidibe after that was blocked, and then the second was a superb save from McAdams. On the stroke of half-time, Liam Smith bombed down the right side for Saints. His cutback was just behind Jason Holt and couldn't convert, but Simo Valakari and Saints fans will be hoping for more goals to put this one to bed in the second half. Half-time in Perth, St Johnstone 1, Arbroath 0.
Well, the Saints fans are going to love this half-time report. Partick Thistle at home to Morton. Here's Chick Young.
Well, it's Partick Thistle 0, Greenock Morton 2, and I just can't believe what I'm saying. This has been a remarkable football match. Morton looked determined just to settle for a point here. They were playing for time almost right from the start. In fact, Jake Delaney was booked for time wasting with a throw-in after this 19 minutes. A real frustration around Firhill, and then of course the sucker punch. Morton get forward. Michael Garrity scores a fine goal to put Morton 1-0 ahead after 22 minutes. Again, it was all Thistle. The chances that Tony Watt had an effort brilliantly saved by James Storer in the Morton goal. There was another effort from Sosa which went over the crossbar. Logan Chalmers had a free kick which went over the crossbar, and would you believe it, just before half time Morton get forward again, and Eamon Brophy, his goal scorer of old, just takes up a great position and lobs the ball into net beyond Josh Clark. The Thistle fans look absolutely stunned, and of course not cheered by the news from St Johnstone, as the gap at the top as we stand widens between the Perth Saints and the Jags here in Glasgow. It's been a little wobbly time for Partick Thistle. They're going to have to come out with a stoic second half to turn this around. They trail Morton, and the first game, remember, under new manager Ian Murray for the Greenock side, they trail Morton by 2-0.
Thank you to Chick. So just to confirm there, Partick Thistle 0, Morton 2, St Johnstone 1, Arbroath 0, Airdrie 0, Wraith Rovers 0, Ayr United Queen's Park and Dunfermline Ross County. They were both postponed due to the weather. In League One today, 3 games of Cove Rangers against Montrose, Hamilton Accies East 5 in Inverness, Cally Thistle Peterhead. Half-time score, Kelty Hearts 0, Alloa Athletic 0 and Stennismuir 1, Queen of the South 0. And into Scottish League 2, half-time score, Clyde 0, Forfar Athletic 1, Elgin against East Kilbride postponed, Spartans 1, Dumbarton 0, Stirling Albion against Annan Athletic also postponed, Stranraer 0, Edinburgh City 1. And down in England, lunchtime kick-off finished, Aston Villa 3, Nottingham Forest 1. 2 goals there for John McGinn. Brighton 1, Burnley 0, Wolves 3, West Ham United 0. 5:30 start, Bournemouth at home to Arsenal. A reminder, we're on till 7 o'clock on Sportsound this evening between 5:30 and 7. Reaction to come from managers, pundits and of course the fans. Michael Stewart is alongside me here in the studio. Michael, just keeping an eye on all the games coming in. It's just been relentless pressure from Hearts, and you were talking to me there about the side, the balance that Derek McInnes has now found with this Hearts side.
Yeah, well, certainly, in attacking sense against the bottom side in the division with Altena, the new right back, it's brought balance on the right hand side. I mean, it's been a problem position all season long. There's been stopgap solutions with a back three that was in play to begin with, then McEntee and lately Steinwender there, but none of them are what you would class as a natural right back. And obviously the new addition comes in straight away and he's looked good going forward. He's not had to do a great deal of defending against Livy at home, but it certainly has brought a greater balance, which then opens up the attacking ability on the left hand side a little bit more as well, because it's not predictable coming down that one side.
Enjoying what you're seeing so far, Alan Preston?
Yeah, very much so, Kenny. It's Hearts have been very good. The initial 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the start of the game, Livy had the upper hand, but as soon as Hearts went ahead, it's been all Hearts, and it could be 4-5 up. Prior's been magnificent. 2 of the saves he's made have been incredible. Magnuson could have had a couple, should have scored for me, but Livingston have defended manfully. But it's 1-0 at the moment, and while it will remain that, Livingston will still feel, and Davy will feel, that they're still very much in this game. Hearts will need to get a second one if they want to go 6 points clear.
Yeah, I can see the teams coming out in both our commentary matches, actually. So once again, a choice of listening on Sports. And for full commentary of Hearts against Livingston, stick with us on 92 to 95 FM and BBC Sounds for the Dundee derby. United against Dundee, live from Tannadice, tuned to BBC Radio Scotland Digital, 810 medium wave and extra on BBC Sounds, and both are live online, bbc.co.uk/Sport Scotland.
Football from Sports Sound
on BBC Radio Scotland.
Welcome back to Tannadice for the Dundee derby, and the surprise of the day is not that United are making a half-time change, and it is Bert Esselink who stays indoors, and Ross Graham, the club captain, replaces him in the back line for United. They've been having all sorts of problems defensively against a very lively Dundee attack, and Jim Goodwin not hanging about when making that change. Just about all set to go then at the start of the second half. Dundee United 0, Dundee 1. Ashley Hayes goal almost bang on half time. And what do Dundee United have in response? Don Robertson is the referee, and that's us back underway, and it has certainly been lively and entertaining so far. What do Dundee United have about them? And no surprise, John, about that change, obviously.
No surprise at all. It's the exact same sub as what he done at Celtic here. Bert Esselink off at half-time to try and change it. Obviously Ross Graham's come on. I think it's the only change he could have made at this point. He needs to try and get some sort of strength in the back line to give them an opportunity to go and dominate the game.
Immediately it's a long throw for United. It's flicked on for Sapsford, and from about 7 or 8 yards out, he half volleys it over the top under pressure, to be fair.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy one. Well, it looked their best chance of scoring, or it certainly did in the first half. It's just a long corner of the box. A good little flick on though, but no, it's not an easy one. It's bounced right up there on him.
I also think when it bounces up on him, it's like one of the ones when it comes up, you're not sure whether to strike through it, try and put your side foot on it, or just try and get contact on it. So it was a really difficult height.
He scored 8 goals already, the Australian, for Dundee United. He's been a great signing. He's all energy, and in addition to his goals, he creates so much for them as well. And Dundee United will want him to be at the top of his game in the second half as they try to square things up. Stevenson stabs one forward towards Waters. Cometio under control, and he hammers the ball up to Ashley Hay, who takes a touch, controls it. Jones clips a ball in behind Yovu, and immediately Dundee United are under pressure defensively again. Stevenson again it is to hook the ball away, and Luke Graham is there at the back for Dundee to head the ball clear and out for a throw-in. The Dundee fans in high spirits underneath us, and well they might be, because of what they're seeing from their team so far. 1-0 up, could it be further in front in terms of chances they had to score. On the ball for United, Camera steers it out to the left side. Ferry goes forward, early ball in, looking for Waters. Towering header by Kumetio to get it clear, and he manages to find Tony Ugan as well, who changes pace down the left side and then runs into Yovu, who wins it back for Dundee United. Camara under pressure from Callum Jones, spins away, finds some room, finds a little bit of time and sees nothing in front of him, throws his arms out wide as he plays the ball back instead to Ross Graham. Carestes leaves it to Sibbald, his pass for Amar Fatah, attacking down the left side for United. Cuts in, Sibbald again, plays it for Ferry this time. No great pressure on the ball. In comes the cross, missed by everyone. Collected by Lucas Stevenson, wide right. Back it goes to Camara. His cross ball is blocked by Tony Ugan, and then it's Jan Danda to fire the ball forward for Ashley Hay. The ball breaks the way of Ugan. Back again to Hay, and sliding in is Ross Graham. And hammering the ball out.
Ross Graham's run one more headers against Hay in the first 5 minutes of the second half than Esling did in the whole half in the first half.
Yeah, and looks a bit more decisive about what he's doing as well. Luke Graham, meanwhile, for Dundee, fires one forward. Graham away, straight at Jones. Now it's Hay to Congreve, cuts in from the right side, always wants to get the ball on the left foot. Now it's on his right, fire across goal, blocked, just about cleared by Dundee United. Really good play that down the side from Congreve, and quickly it's down at the other end for Amar Fatah, but up goes an offside flag against him.
It was great play by Congreve, but the three Dundee players all went in really early and way too flat. They're all nearly in the 6-yard box. The ball's come out a bit. Somebody just stands out around the penalty spot. They're going to have a strike a goal, and a really good opportunity to put the second one in the net.
Partick Thistle have got a goal back against Morton Stanway, the goal scorer. Thistle 1, Morton 2 in the Championship. St Johnstone a goal ahead in their game, and we'll keep you across everything. We're just looking again at that ball across goal from Congreve, stabbed away by Ross Graham's knee, getting it to safety for Dundee United. Here come the team in dark blue again. Their attacking has been incessant, and they know they may well need more than just that Ashley Hay goal to claim all 3 points and take them back down the road.
Yeah, again the chance comes about from a long ball, and Ross Graham's obviously aware of Ashley Hay, but at the time Ashley just drops, Ross Graham goes and headers and it falls in the middle of the pitch. Dundee pick up seconds and it goes wide, but Congreve's caught my eye all day. He just wants to go and get at players, and he certainly causes problems.
Dave Richards fires it forward for Dundee United, bouncing around the midfield, and now Sibbald gets it down and plays it for Ferry, and then wants it straight back. Carestes looking to play it in behind for Fatah, but it was very comfortably headed away by Ryan Astley for Dundee. United try again, another big diagonal into the box this time. Kumetio got his head to it, clipped back in for Waters to have a crack at goal, which was blocked. Camara, Yovu, down the side, Stevenson. Back to Yuru Yovu, the Moldovan. Stevenson again, works the 1-2, and Yovu just looked to roll the ball in front of Sapsford, but he was static, and the ball trundles behind for a goal kick.
Something quite alarming for Dundee United, I think, anyway. That's 2 or 3 times, a couple of times in the first half, but a couple of times this half. There's been really good diagonals put in the box for Max Waters. He hasn't even attacked, he's not even attacked the ball, he's not even tried to get across them. He's just kind of stood off and let the centre-back head it.
Yeah, and that was that little passing movement was frustrating for them as well. It looked very promising, but just a breakdown in communication at the end between Yovu and Sapsford. Otherwise, there could have been a chance on the end of it. 1-0 Dundee at Tannadice on Derby Day. 3 days into 2026. Camara almost stumbled on the ball in the centre circle. He gets it away in the end. Carestes on the attack, works the 1-2, tries to get into the box, stabbed away, only as far as Camara, whose shot was blocked. But better from Dundee United.
Sorry, on you go, John.
It's Carestes that blocks it though. They do well, they get down the side, they come inside, they actually play a 1-2. He drives on, gets his toe to it, and they're unfortunate, comes back out for seconds, they go to take a strike, and it's Carestes that blocks it. Like, again, United get more intent in the second half, there's much more purpose.
Carestes again deflected, wondered when it was going for the moment. It's gone wide, gone behind for a corner kick.
Yeah, United shooting down the hill here is always the one they try and put, whether it's the first half or more importantly the second half. The pressure can be incessant, and they keep teams hemmed in like they're doing with Dundee in the last 3, 4, 5 minutes.
So a corner kick for the home team, one down. Amar Fata right in front of the Tannadice tunnel, outswinger. Dundee comfortable in defending that and getting it clear. Fata back on it again, little spin, tries to get down the side, gets away from Hamilton, fires the ball across goal. Really good defending from Billy Cometio, stretching to get that away.
He does great, Fata, comes down the right hand side, beats two and puts it in the box.
Ferry curls another ball in, headed away again. Here come United, and in the end it's Pan Camara who's caught in two minds and tries to get a cross ball into the box, but it goes over the top of the crossbar and behind, and Dundee can breathe again.
I mean, that's when the pressure eases. You know, now something that Dundee United did, you know, a good ball into the box there. You know, you get a chance to score a goal, you maybe get a corner, you maybe get a throw in, and the pressure's still on. It's right in front of the Dundee goalkeeper, but as soon as he knocks it, listen, he wasn't in two minds. It was just a really, really poor cross. That eases the pressure straight away.
9 minutes gone in the second half. Dundee United 0, Dundee 1. In the middle of the pitch, Waters wins it and plays it for Lucas Stevenson. Sprinting down the right-hand side, Sapsford gets in the box. Stevenson's cross ball is beyond the back post. Nobody there in Tangerine, and out comes John McCracken to get that away.
It's a good cross from Stevenson, a good driving run as well. He's getting up the pitch now. Ball's going to get played into the box. United have certainly been told at half-time to have more crosses in the box. You can see that, the intent's there. Ball's going wide and balls will get put in the box.
Long ball from Yovu, but Lucas Stevenson will give that up early on as it gathers pace and bounces away from him and behind for a goal kick, and it remains Dundee United 0, Dundee 1. That Ashley Hay goal right on the interval. Stephen Presley just having a chat with Barry Nicholson, one of his coaches, down on the touchline. United having made that one change, the inevitable change at half-time when Esseling was replaced by Ross Graham. Back the ball goes from Luke Graham to John McCracken, and back out again for Graham to fire the ball forward. Camara wins the header, in goes Jan Danda, Sapsford there as well to win it. Sibbald caught on the ball by Jones, Fata plays it wide, Ferry knocks it in, and Max Waters just chops at it with his left foot and puts it wide.
Yeah, I think Kamara's getting on him there. He's wanting to just let it over. I think he had the better opportunity with his left foot. I mean, it's good play again, released down that left-hand side, but if Waters does let it go, I think Kamara's got the better opportunity from about 12 yards.
You can see Waters is beyond the front post and trying to whip it with his left foot on target. That's a hard technique at the best of time, but we don't know from this. Obviously we're further away, but if Kamara shouted him, he's certainly the better option there. But United again, another cross into the box.
Yeah, Pan Camara was absolutely screaming for Waters to step over that and let it run for him instead, as Ferry races down the left side now for Dundee United. In comes the cross ball, fended away by Graham. Sibbald is there, and now Camara looking to up the ante. Dundee United in search of an equaliser. Fata plays it back into the middle. Sibbald is there. Carestes now, 30 yards from goal, slips it in for Sibbald. He just drifted into the box. Craig Sibbald couldn't get the shot away, but the ball ends up going behind for a corner.
Yeah, Carestos reverses it into Sybil's feet. Sybil swivels and turns. You'd expect him to hit with his left foot, but he decides to try and chop back into his right. And Luke Graham gets over, blocks it. But United have certainly been relentless in the second half. Dundee need to try and get into the United half to try and release some of the pressure. But again, it's okay having the pressure. Can they go and get the goal back?
Well done with Sybil swivels. High degree of difficulty on that one. Corner kick left side for Dundee United. One down. Chasing an equaliser. Their fans packed into that stand behind John McCracken's goal. Amar Fatah plays it in from the corner kick, and it's all an anti-climax for United as it goes behind for a goal kick. Motherwell have scored again. It's man of the moment, Elliot Watt. Well, they've got quite a few men of the moment, I suppose. Maswanisi with the first, Watt with the second. 2-0 Motherwell against St Mirren. 1-0 Dundee here at Tannadice. Kilmarnock have equalised against Hibs. So that is badly needed for the home team at Rugby Park, and it's Tyrese John-Jules who's got the goal for them. So it's all happening, and you'll find out about everything by sticking with us. And of course the game right under our noses is pretty compelling stuff in itself. And Dundee United are going to make another change, and it's going to be Christian Trapanovsky who will replace Max Waters. So it's I guess Sapsford's going to play central now.
Yeah, it's the same formation, but Sapsford's coming in the centre, and Fatah's coming out the right-hand side.
So Fatah right, Trapanovsky left, Sapsford through the middle, and Max Waters clearly not doing enough for Jim Goodwin's satisfaction. And it's a little bit different now, although the formation remains the same. Tony Ugan, left side for Dundee, twisting one way then the other. He does hit repeatedly. In comes a great cross ball though, headed away by Ross Graham. Then it was Sybil, and now Callum Jones setting himself up for the shot at goal. And when it broke back, it was Ashley Hay on the rebound, and he is thwarted.
Brilliant from the goalie, although Sybil's header is just ridiculous. He's just headed it straight into a dangerous zone, and I don't know if the strike was going in, but then it's a terrific save by Dave Richards.
Yeah, saved it with his feet in the end after the initial shot from Jones spun up in the air. Angled shot from Ashley Hay across the goalie. He's done well to keep that out. In comes the corner kick. It's a near post flick, and it's gone wide.
I don't think it's a great ball. It comes in just about knee height, and he manages to get his toe across. They're obviously trying to hit that area, but maybe a little higher than what it is. He gets across the front, just flicks it, but it ends up over the bar and knocks a supporter's cup of tea out his hand.
Falkirk ahead against Aberdeen. Lissa has scored for them. 1-0 Falkirk against Aberdeen.
Good player, Lissa, on loan from Swansea. I've seen him a couple of times, very good.
Yeah, he's played a few different positions across the back, hasn't he?
Absolutely, centre back, left back,
But he's got the goal. That is Falkirk in front in the Premiership against Aberdeen, as Sapsford flicks the ball on here and Cometio clears. Carestes hooks it forward for Dundee United, headed away by Astley Congreve. He's been quiet for the last few minutes, but always likely to explode into the game. At the back again for Dundee, with Luke Graham taking his time and then firing a lovely ball, a raking pass wide right to Congreve. Back with Astley again, spins, hits it long, it's beyond Danda, and Dundee United get it away, and there's an offside flag.
Luke Graham's range of passing in this game has been brilliant. He's pinging it to the right, to the left, he's able to get it to players' feet, he's able to put it in behind. Not only that, we're talking about on the ball, he's actually defending really well as well.
Yeah, he's done his reputation no harm at all with the performance here so far. Luke Graham, helped on by Ashley Hay, another header won by Dundee's number 11. The ball is bouncing around and nobody's really dealing with it. And it drops in the end at the feet of Tony Ugan, who spins out wide to find some room. Now he's heading for the byline. Now he's standing it up, headed away. Pressure still on as Jones knocks it back in the box. Finally cleared by Sibbald. Bouncing on the halfway line. Back it's going to come from Luke Graham. He miscued that one. Stevenson fires it forward, but it was always too far ahead of Zach Sapsford.
It was, Rob, but it didn't have to be. That wasn't that hard to pass from Stevenson, and Sapsford would have been in one-on-one. He overhit it by about 20 yards.
Yeah. Ross Graham clearing for Dundee United. Esselink's replacement. Camara winning the ball in the middle of the pitch. Now it's wide right with Stevenson. Lucas Stevenson squares it for Sibbald. 25 yards from goal, takes aim, and Ethan Hamilton saw that coming, blocked it really well, and the follow-up effort flies well wide. 1-0 Dundee at Tannadice in the derby.
Good pressure for United. They've got them hemmed in. Carestes decides to step in, and Sibbald hits a shot for 30 yards. What's Carestes? 40-45. It's decision making at that stage. There's no panic just now. There's still plenty of time to go. Get it out of your feet, put it wide, and put the ball back in the box.
We're just looking at a rerun of it. It's ridiculously far out to be contemplating a shot at goal. Dundee going to make a change, and it is Callum Jones coming off, and it is Finn Robertson coming on for the team in dark blue. Talented midfielder, home produced, coming on to slot into that midfield role vacated by Jones. Forward it goes from McCracken, missed by Congreve. Will Ferry lofts it forward towards Sapsford, who is a handful for anyone, and he was a handful there for Luke Graham. The ball is partially cleared, back it comes, and it's worked out wide left. Can Dundee create from here? Dundee United even. It's Dundee doing the defending, staying calm, and Congreve gets it away for Dundee. Up the pitch, grappling between Carestes and Ashley Hay as Ferry scurries forward, plays the ball to the byline. The cutback is cut out, and again Dundee can get the ball clear, protecting their 1-0 advantage. Ball winning from Hamilton. It's getting furious in the midfield area at the moment as Dundee United chase an equaliser. Ferry's cross ball in, Kumetio got his head to it, the ball loops up in the air, McCracken comes to catch it, but the ball had gone behind. It will be a corner kick.
Yeah, you can see United, as I keep saying, United are playing with much more intent. The ball's going wide, they're putting balls in the box. The midfield, Ethan Hamilton's able to get a grip of it, he's trying to get a bite on it, he keeps getting challenges, but that ball's not out.
It's never out, I thought that at the time, absolutely never out. You know, if they do lose a goal from this corner, that's a good foot and a half in.
Yeah. Good old goal line technology. So here comes the corner kick that should never have been. Out swinging, header down, it's going to go well wide of target in the end, and maybe just as well, because there would have been some outcry had a goal come from that corner kick.
Yeah, United are just needing somebody running around the back. I've been watching Lucas Stevenson. When the ball's on the opposite side and it's coming into the box, he gets into the box way too early. He's almost in and around inside the back post. Somebody needs to stay in that back area to, where Dundee get their chances in the first half, or certainly one of them.
We're almost midway through the second half at Tannadice. Dundee United 0, Dundee 1 is still the scoreline, but you do get the feeling that there's another chapter in this story as Finn Robertson threatens for Dundee, but he was down the left side. He just couldn't get his boot wrapped around it to get the ball into the middle. It's gone behind instead for a goal kick.
Tell you what, Ashley Hay is as good in the air as anybody in the Premier League, and maybe even as good as the other one's Ross McIver at Falkirk. He's unbelievable in there, and so is this kid, and he's not that big.
It's his timing and where he comes from.
Absolutely brilliant.
Right across him.
How tall would he be in?
He'll be 5'10", will he?
Really?
Well, wait a minute, you just said that ball was in about 1.5 foot. That must make him 10'6".
He's 5'10", 5'11", maybe. Anywhere between 5'6" and 6'3", Rob.
Thanks, wee man. Ferry down the left side for Dundee United, does well. He's now on the byline, and finally the cross was blocked as it looked really threatening, and it was in the end, who was it? It was Astley, I think, who got the challenge in. It's gone behind for another Dundee United corner.
What's the stats corner-wise for the second half? United must have at least done 5. And the ball, they keep putting out swingers in, but Dundee are all marked picking up zonally. Can they put something on top of them and get it behind them?
Corner kick United, out swinger. Can somebody get a meaningful head on it? Answer no. Cleared by Ethan Hamilton. They're piling on the pressure, Dundee United. Can they find a bit of quality? Ferry's cross ball in, Astley's header away. Congreve collects it and fires it downfield. But they need to be getting on the ball, Dundee, at the moment. Dundee United are dominating possession. Back with Dave Richards. And we are into the last quarter of the second Dundee derby of the season. United won the first one at Dens. Can Dundee come out on top in this one? They lead at the moment. Trapanovsky down the left side. In comes the cross ball for Camara. His volley is blocked. On the follow-up with Stevenson, it's another great defensive block.
I think it hit his own man.
It did.
Goodness me.
Trapanovsky having an influence in the game. Squared to Camara. Yovu fires it in. Good defending from Luke Graham. It was forcing it clear. They're coming under pressure now. They're coming under pretty serious examination, Dundee, defensively. Can they stand firm as Ferry shapes for another cross ball? It's on its way in, and coming in on the far side was Fata, who couldn't get a touch to it, and it's going to end up going behind for a goal kick.
Dundee haven't got an out ball just now. You know, everybody's streaming back, leaving Ashley Hay up there in his own. Ugan and Congreve are getting pushed back. This half, the wing backs of Dundee United are dictating to the two wide players of Dundee. So, you know, I think maybe Stephen needs to make a wee change. Congreve hasn't played for a couple of weeks. I think he looks a little bit tired. Maybe, I don't know, Charlie Riley or somebody that can get him down the pitch.
He signalled over Congreve, signalled over 5 minutes ago, but again, I think they've left him on trying to get as much out as what they possibly can. United just need to keep doing what they're doing. They just keep getting the ball wide and put the ball in the box, make them defend it. They've certainly been a lot more in attacking threat in the second half. And the wing backs are getting high. The inside 10s are making diagonal runs to pin in the full backs, and it's hard for Dundee to get out, but they need to keep going side to side to try and get the opportunities.
Yovu to Fata, right hand side Amar Fata, but no way past Dre Wright. Disciplined defending from him as United switching across from right to left. Kerestes, Trapanovsky onto the right foot. In comes the curling cross, missed by everyone. Dre Wright's headed away. Oh,
save!
What a save! Or was it off the post? Or what? No, I think it's John McCracken.
Definitely a save.
Yeah, it's definitely a save.
The save.
Don't think it's great connection.
No. I thought that was buried into the bottom corner, mind you.
He's only 4. Oh,
that is a big moment and a big save. Back in it comes from Camara towards Fata. Camara with a shot, stabbed away by Kumetio. Now it's Congreve looking to take some pressure off Dundee. Danda on the counter, slips it through. Ashley Hay's not going to get there because Yovu covers across and gets the ball away. Maybe a better pass from Danda could have played Hay into a much more menacing position there. And if Dundee can score again, it could be game over.
I mean, that's the key to Dundee being dangerous in the counter-attack. Danda just chose the wrong pass there. It was on to switch to Ugan, who had a better opportunity to try and get a 1-on-1.
Just hoping to get another look at that. Yeah, what a save from McCracken. Lucas Stevenson can't believe this is not buried. He didn't catch it properly, but it was heading into the corner. It was down and away from the goalkeeper. Great stop.
Yeah, it's a header from Dre Wright in the middle of the 6-yard box. It hits Lucas Stevenson right in the chest, and as it hits him in his chest, it lands for him to half volley it. But he's trying to put it into an area rather than hit the target. He's trying to put it in the corner, to be fair to him. He just doesn't get clean enough contact on it. But again, John McCracken makes the save.
Another nicely judged defensive header from Luke Graham back to his goalkeeper. He's having some game as Ross Graham at the other end heads it away for Dundee United. Stevenson hooks the ball in behind Cometio for Fata to chase. The ball bouncing around, Fata gets it on the deck, good feet, back goes Dre Wright, in goes Cometio, Fata still has it, cuts it back for Sapsford, and he can't get the shot away, Zach Sapsford, and Dundee managed to scramble that away.
That's the type of thing that relieves the pressure, though, you know, on Ugan there. It does really well to take a touch and just wrestle for the ball and win his team a free kick. But if Dundee don't change something, get an out ball, try and put dangers in the counter-attack, they're going to lose a goal and let Dundee United back in again.
Yeah, they're about to make a change just now, but again, Fata comes down this right-hand side. He's come over to the right rather than the left. I don't know how he manages to get by the three defenders and how he manages to maintain the ball, but he does, and he slips it to Sapsford, who's right in the middle of the 6-yard box. He's not got enough time for a touch. Why he decides to take a touch, I do not know. Takes a touch and the defenders get round him and clear it. So another chance for United, but they don't make the goalkeeper make a save.
Yes, it's Jan Danda who got that away in the end. I'm not sure quite what he was doing back in the 6-yard box, but just as well he was there for Dundee to get that away. Big chance for Sapsford, and Mari Samuels is off the bench for Dundee, and Hibs have scored again. They lead 2-1 at Rugby Park against Kilmarnock, and it's a double for Ellie Ewan. He hasn't featured very much this season, but he certainly made a mark today. 2-1 Hibs at Rugby Park.
Dundee have flipped it. Stray Wrights went to the right side here as a right midfielder, and Samuels just came to the left and playing left back. So they've always, to credit to Stephen Presley, he's obviously realised there's a lot of balls coming into the box to the left hand side. Dre Wright's more defensive than that side. Go and play against them, stop the ball coming into the box.
If they can win 3 in a row, Dundee, they'll start thinking about top 6, because they'll be edging ever closer to that area of the league table, having looked like relegation certainties just a matter of weeks ago. But it's amazing what points on the board will do, and how they would love to win their 3rd game on the bounce here at Tannadice. But there is plenty of football to be played, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
The thing is, if they win, Rob, Dundee win, they're only 3 points behind their city rivals.
Yep.
You know, and they're in the top 6, or were before the games today.
On the ball, Yovu to camera for Dundee United. Poor pass from him. Luckily, it came straight back to him, and now he's got the opportunity to maybe make something happen for Dundee United. But then there's a miscue from Yuri Yovu, and you will hear the sounds of sympathy not coming from the Dundee supporters.
Those are the type of things that Dundee are happy with, like buying fouls, giving away a chance, taking away chances, and obviously when they get the ball in the middle of the pitch and they're just trying to make passes, and it's a simple pass that goes out the pitch, gives Dundee a wee bit of energy, a wee bit of oxygen in their lungs, and it allows them to break the play up. But United are looking to continue what they're doing.
On the ball, Mari Samuels at left wing back for Dundee. Now it's Ugan bursting through. He's got so much power and pace. Couldn't get the shot away, but he does roll it across for Danda to swing a ball in. What a ball in from Jan Danda that was. And Ashley Hay must have been a smidgen away from getting a finishing touch.
Yeah, terrific ball. I mean, first one, there was so much pace on it, I thought it was a striker goal, but he's curled it right back in, and as you can see, they're really close to getting a wee tap in at the back post.
Yeah, I don't think Ashley Hay saw that coming. I think if he did a shred of anticipation there, he might have been on the end of that. Great play again from Danda. Dundee looking to kill this game off. Dundee United looking to get it all levelled up, and tempers are starting to fray a little in this match, which matters so much in the city of discovery. Partick Thistle have scored again, 2-2 against Morton in Ian Murray's first match in charge of the Greenock team.
Yeah, a loose ball in the middle of the pitch here, and Finlay Robertson looks as if he goes over the ball.
Yeah.
Sibbald looks as if he's trying to go through it. 2 Scottish players together in the middle of the pitch. It's a proper derby. The challenge, the two of them look at what actually capitalising one another before they go for the ball.
Fatah plays it in from the free kick, and it's come off a Dundee United head, and it's gone behind, and it's a goal kick. And John McCracken won't be in a desperate hurry to take this goal kick. because we're starting to get into that territory in the game where you start to wonder whether one goal might be enough. And the goal belongs to Ashley Hay right at the end of the first half. And, well, we can hardly hear ourselves at times because the Dundee fans are making a din below us. They are loving this so far. Can they stay in front? That's the question. McCracken launches it downfield. Back it comes from Ross Graham. Luke Graham to head it away. In the midfield, the ball is bouncing around and Fata tries to get there, and Dundee show a fair bit of tenacity to win it themselves and set Tony Ugan in motion again down the left-hand side. The ball goes out of play, but Tony Ugan has successfully got Dundee up the pitch.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Rob. It's terrific for his team. I mean, he had no chance of getting on her, but he put the Dundee United player under pressure. He's got his team about 40 yards up the park.
Changes for Dundee United, with Owen Sturton coming on for them.
Fata's went off already. Fata's went down.
Yeah.
Was not happy about it. Team's getting beat, go off and go on the bench.
He's changed it up here because he's went a back four. He's come Luvu's come off.
Changes from Jim Goodwin to try to get something out of this game, something at least for Dundee United. A game they would have hoped to win, but at the moment they would take anything you offer out of this because they're trailing by 1-0, and Jan Danda is continuing to be influential for Dundee. Now on the ball, Ethan Hamilton for them. Good feet, good energy, good industry, very effective. And at the moment, Dundee keeping the ball and frustrating Dundee United, who want it back badly and they want to make something happen. The ball turned inside for Dre Wright, 25 yards out, tried to thread it through for Ashley Hay. Might well have taken on the shot himself there. He was certainly in range. But here come Dundee United now with Trapanovsky making ground down the left-hand side. Jinks back in, swings in a cross ball, which is pretty woeful, and it's gone behind for a goal kick.
It was. He's looked dangerous since he went on, but he's got to continue his run. He's got to go and try and get closer into a dangerous area where he cross it from, i.e. nearer the byline.
They've now got Ferry and Stevenson at fullbacks. They're both going to bomb on. You've got Kamara sitting in front. Brought on Dolcek.
It's still free up as well up the top.
Is it four? Where's Dolcek playing? Is he playing?
It might be Sturton and it might be 4-4-2. Old school.
Ooh. A swing and a miss from Carestes there, and he's still trying to get his foot on the ball. And Dundee United are struggling, and here come Dundee with Finn Robertson. It was a good shot, didn't quite have enough power on it, but it was across the goalkeeper, and diving down to his left was Dave Richards to make the save. In the midfield, Camera trying to win it. The tackle's flying in at the moment. It's pure Dundee derby. Here goes Stevenson to Sapsford. Dundee win it back. Imari Samuels under pressure. Gets it away and finds Tony Ugan. Ugan with those quick feet and that pace and that power. And he's away from Ross Graham. Graham tried to foul him, didn't go down. Threads it through. It's Ashley Hay now. Can he seal it for Dundee? Shot blocked. Back with Danda. Danda leaves it to Dre Wright into the middle. Ethan Hamilton, his shot is blocked. Up towards Sturton. In goes Billy Cumetio. And that will be a free kick.
It's breathless stuff, it really is. I mean, there was about 15 tackles in a 1 minute spell there. I mean, I think the D&I have almost just changed to 4-2-4, playing 4 up the park.
We're inside the last 10 minutes. Dundee 10 minutes away from a massive win. Trapanovsky's cross ball to the back post, lobbed back in towards Sturton. Dundee trying to get it away again. There's a late challenge at the edge of the area, and that will be a Dundee free kick.
Yes, again,
bit of angry reaction after that from Pan Camera. It's given against him, and there was a bit of afters with a couple of Dundee players as tempers fray.
See, be fair to Pan Camera, he's gone over to check that his Finlay Robertson's all right because he's caught him.
I think he's. I don't know, John. I think he's trying to get him up.
Do you think so?
I think he's saying, right, just get up, you.
It was like together anyway, because Luke Graham comes over because Finlay Robertson's still on the ground, and then it ends up a bit of pushing and shoving.
Couple of yellows, one for Camera, one for Luke Graham. And well, it's a disruption to the game that Dundee won't mind, because Dundee United want the ball in play. They want to be creating, they want to be chasing an equaliser, and we're just seeing that. I mean, it was really just Camera's momentum that took him into...
Yeah, it wasn't a bad foul at all, with two players going for the ball.
8 minutes to go. Dundee United 0, Dundee 1 on BBC Radio Scotland. After the Old Firm dramas, this game has not been short on excitement either. And Dundee United are hoping it's got a grand finale with their name written all over it, but it's Dundee who are in charge at the moment, but just that slender 1-0 advantage. In from Sibbald, cleared by Kumetio. The ball's going to be coming into that box with fair old regularity, you would imagine, but it all breaks down for Dundee United with the final pass, and Dre Wright it is who escorts it behind for the goal kick.
He's doing a job out that side, isn't he?
Absolutely, yeah.
They've sensed the danger on the left-hand side, Stephen Presley, and what they've done is they've changed it. I mentioned it when he came on, but Dre Wrights went over the far right-hand side, and Samuels has just came and played in this left back area, but it's almost as if they matched up and went to a back five as well. You can see it here, back five, midfield three, and they're leaving one out, which is Yogan on this side.
Yeah. He's one you'd want in your squad, Dre Wright, isn't he, whenever he plays?
Absolutely. See, at this stage, it's about guts, it's about determination, nothing to do with shape of the team, it's about guts and who wants to win. And Dundee, to be fair, Dundee are showing that right now. They really are.
Yeah.
Putting their bodies in the line.
I think both have. I think
United
both have shown that.
Yeah.
I think both, when you see the challenges that's flying in, it's been a proper derby.
Yeah, nobody's holding back. I think we could have guaranteed that beforehand. Amari Samuels on the ball for Dundee. They're up the pitch at the moment. They're playing this in Dundee United's half until they gave the ball away. It was a loose pass from Yogan, which set Dundee United in motion. And Ferry squares it to Camera, right in the middle of the pitch. Tan Camera, Sibbald alongside him. The ball goes wide left, and it's Trapanovsky with an in-swinging cross ball. In came Stevenson, now Sapsford. Kumetio gets it away. Back in from Graham, and headed away by Hamilton. Ferry, another cross ball in, and the looping header from Sapsford goes wide.
It is another cross, it's just not from a dangerous area. You know, got to try and get to the byline more and cross the ball from there. I mean, it looks like a Dundee United goal's coming, but it's looked like that for 25 minutes and it's not come yet.
Yeah, we're almost inside the last 5 minutes of the match as well. Stephen Presley can see the finishing line here, and what a result this would be for Dundee if they can make it 3 wins on the bounce and win the derby on the other side of the street. That would be something special for the fans here in dark blue, but it's not all over yet, not by a long shot. Stand by your beds. Ferry takes the ball forward again down the left-hand side, sends a diagonal across in the direction of Dolcek, but it doesn't get that far. Tony Yogan, looking a little bit tired, hooks the ball out of play. United have it with Camera into the middle of the pitch, and Kereshtes and Ferry again, and Trapanovsky down the left-hand side. Onto the right foot, in low, not good enough, and Dundee get it clear, and Hamilton looks to take the ball to safety, and he was taken out, Ethan Hamilton, and he's won a really good free kick for his team.
Absolutely, and he had no chance of getting the ball because he kicked it on about 15 yards ahead of himself. But you know what, it's good play. It's good play. I tell you what, young Luke Graham has been head and shoulders today, in my opinion. He's been magnificent centre-back for Dundee.
I have to agree. I think, look, he's been a monster in there. Anything that's come in, he's cleared it. But not only that, when he's been able to step in, he's actually able to use his left foot, going both ways, diagonal, and drilled to his right winger in front of him. He's for a left centre back playing the right side, which is difficult. He's done fabulous today.
The ball is with Dave Richards, the Dundee United goalkeeper. He's got to be in a hurry to unload this down the pitch. Another towering header won by Billy Kumetio against Sturton. As United try again, it's Ferry again with a diagonal ball into the box. Again, it's Kumetio on the end of it. Can Dundee United find themselves a chance? It was Stevenson trying to burrow himself into a shooting position there.
What does John McCracken not come and take it for? Just come out and roll on the ball and get it in his hands.
Well, it's going to be long throw time again for Dundee United. This may be their best hope of finding an equaliser late on at Tannadice. A goal down, in it comes from Ferry. Sturton looking to get on the end of it. Managed to hook the ball in. Sapsford keeps it alive, and the ball in the end just bouncing off Dolcek and through to McCracken.
But it's Luke Graham's body again.
Yeah.
Fired downfield, and a miscue by Sibbald sends the ball out of play on the far side, and it just edges Dundee that little bit closer to the full-time whistle. Dundee going to make a change late on, as much to waste some time as anything else. It's going to be Paul Digby coming off the bench for them, just to shore things up in the final moments, because we've only got 2 minutes of regulation time remaining, then it's stoppage time, and Dundee can see their way here to 3 precious points. Off has gone Jan Danda, and he's been outstanding for them as well, hasn't he?
He has, and I think Stephen made the change because he wanted him to walk all over the pitch, all the way over the pitch. You take off your furthest away player, and the Dundee United player, I think it was the left back Stevenson, pushed him off the park that side. But he's been really good, Danda, really influential.
I didn't actually think you were allowed to do that. He's an away player going off the far side, because he needs to come across
all the home support.
Yeah.
Dundee again playing at the moment where they want to be playing, and that's as far away from John McCracken as possible. The ball is in the end launched out of play, but Dundee don't mind at this stage as long as it stays well clear of their penalty box, and that's exactly where Dundee United want it to be at the moment. Ethan Hamilton, the Dundee captain, on the ball, finds Tony Ugan. They might be about to threaten late on, with Digby taking the ball forward as well. In the end, he ran out of pitch, and the ball goes out for a throw-in. But we're in the 90th minute at Tannadice. Dundee United 0, Dundee 1. What a result this could be for Stephen Presley and his team. What a blow it will be if it stays this way for Jim Goodwin, having gone 5 games unbeaten and got themselves into the top 6. But I don't think they can complain too much if the scoreline stays this way.
No, I think I'll be disappointed they haven't got a goal in the second half, because they've been in good areas, but the chances they conceded in the first half put them in this position.
Dolcek on the attack, right side of the box for United. Can he find something? Well, he's found a corner. We're inside stoppage time, 4 minutes being added.
Yeah, I mean, I think the difference is, I think Dundee United deserve a goal this half, but they've been so on top, their chances haven't been as clear-cut as the chances Dundee had in the first half.
So a corner kick right next to the Tannadice tunnel. It's Dolcek to play it in, lots of pace on it, but nobody in Tangerine on the end of it. Dundee got it away, back in it comes from Camera. Luke Graham clearing yet again. What a game he's had, the 21-year-old. Ferry tries to get the ball out wide, but it's really loose, and it's gone all the way and out for a throw-in on the far side.
Rob, but the difference in the game for me is both sides' defences. The defence of Dundee United in the first half, where they couldn't handle the Dundee striker, and it caused them all sorts of problems. Ashley Hay caused mayhem in the first half against those 3, but in the second half, Dundee's back 4 have stood up countless amounts of time with the ball coming in the box, have stopped crosses, have put their bodies in front of shots, they've defended it really, really well, and because of that, they've got the clean sheet right now, which should see them get 3 points.
Hamilton wins a good challenge in the middle of the pitch, and he was caught late by Pan Camera. Camera is absolutely fuming that that's gone against him.
I don't think it touched him, Rob, to be honest. You know, I mean, he's on a booking Kamara as well.
Yeah.
But he's went for I don't really think he's touched it. He's just won the foul. It's good play by him, but I think you'll see here. Yeah, he pulled out and never touched him.
Yeah. Hibs have scored another, so it's 3-1 Hibs against Kilmarnock at Rugby Park, and a David Watson sent off, so a red card for Watson, and it's Jamie McGrath who's got the third goal for Hibs, a penalty. 3-1 at Kilmarnock. 1-0 Dundee here, and we're deep into stoppage time. We're in the 3rd minute of time being added on, a minimum of 4, so the Dundee fans are on their feet, ready to let rip when that final whistle goes, if their team can get through the next 90 seconds. Ashley Hay wins a good challenge in the middle. Tony Ugan bursts clear on the left-hand side of the box, going one way and then the other, and then hitting the deck and looking for a penalty. He's not going to get the penalty. Don Robertson not interested, but Dundee are taking the ball to the corner flag because Ethan Hamilton reckons that full-time whistle is just seconds away. Well, it's a glorious scramble in the corner, and now Ethan Hamilton is sprinting back to get into position just in case Dundee United can come up with something very, very late on at Tannadice. Nearly 4 minutes have been added. Don Robertson's having a look at his watch. The ball is hurled forward by Graham. Cometio got his head to it, lofted into the box. Out comes McCracken, wraps his gloves around it, and the Dundee fans reckon that is that. Stephen Presley waiting patiently on the touchline, but play is continuing meantime, but not for any longer. Dundee have won the derby at Tannadice, and the supporters in dark blue go berserk. It's 3 wins on the bounce, and the season they've had, that is something special, and beating your rivals from across the road is always special. What a win for them. The goal right at the end of the first half decides it. It's Ashley Hay's goal right on the interval, which separates these sides. Dundee United threw plenty at it, but they lacked quality, they lacked cutting edge, and Dundee defended brilliantly. Final score at Tannadice on Derby Day: Dundee United 0, Dundee 1.